Hello and welcome to Patched. I'm your host Paul James, and today I'm joined by Damo Camilleri, Jay Parnas,
Wakanda forever.
and we're in for a really interesting episode this time. We've done this twice before.
Have we?
About different systems. Yes, we've spoken about the NES Mini in the past, the SNES Mini.
Oh, okay.
And it hasn't been formally announced yet, but we know it's only a matter of time. The Nintendo 64 Mini is what we're going to be talking about in this week's episode. In the past, we've kind of smashed our heads together and nailed down, I think, 30 when we were talking about the NES Mini, because the nature of that announcement was that here's the thing, it's happening, but then they didn't reveal the games till later on. So we kind of
Yes, that's right.
kicked our ideas around.
Now I remember. Yes, that's right.
And then the second time, they announced the same idea. I think they said we had 20 games. We got our ideas together, and then the list came out.
I think we.
21.
We.
Or did we just try and get ahead of the whole thing?
We were like half a year ahead.
Okay.
Yeah, we basically did it on the eve of the NES Mini launch.
Well, if it has been,
I'd like to point out we were very accurate.
Very good.
We missed out on 2, maybe 3 or 4 games.
Yeah, we've been pretty consistent.
But our list was, I think we had a list of 30.
We drafted 30 based on what happened with the NES before.
Yeah.
So, so we're going to.
But a lot of those
as a general, we're aiming for about 20 to 25. I'm kind of working on the idea that because the SNES had 20, that it'll probably end up being in the same sort of ballpark, especially.
Hopefully it's not less. Hopefully they're not going to.
The Nintendo 64 didn't have a. Its catalog wasn't as good as the.
It's got 5 games because that's what you people love.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're going to try and thrash it out and get
pack.
to 20 to 25. We'll just kind of see where we go as to what exactly we land on there.
We might balloon out and then cull down once we trim the shit.
It could quite possibly be the case.
Because this was one of our childhood systems, so there's going to be some rose-tinted bullshit.
So let's start with some of the easy ones. Damo, we'll just kind of cycle through.
Well, the first off, it's always going to be Mario 64. There's no way that they're not putting it on there, regardless of its re-releases and
another
things like
obvious
that.
one. We'll kind of talk about, because we'll get all the obvious ones, and then we'll talk
probably
about
Mario Kart 64. It's pretty obvious.
Yeah, because they did Super.
Go first. I'm going to go with Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, Ocarina is definitely the.
Never heard of it. Never heard of it.
Yeah, I guess. Do you think they go Majora's Mask, or do you think they'd leave it off?
They would do both.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Are we going to throw Majora's Mask in there then?
Sure.
Kind of have to.
We can.
Yeah.
Again, we can always cut this list down.
Would this be Master Quest stuff? Like.
No.
I mean, that might be the right way to do it, given that they've released updated ports on the 3DS.
Beat it,
yeah,
Master Quest.
Available, so maybe they are.
But do you think they keep it as traditional as... Like, they didn't put the Game Boy Advance version of Super Mario World, they put the SNES version.
True.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, look, I mean, that'd be cool either way, I think. It'd be great.
I just feel like the way that they've built these platforms is to be as authentic to the original experience.
Yeah, true. I mean, either way.
I would love for them to do that.
It's going to be there in some way, shape, or form.
I would love for them to do that. I feel like that'd be great. But I don't know if they would.
So let's continue the cycle.
Well, this is a Western thing and biggest game going.
Yeah, it's kind of one of the assumptions we're kind of working with here.
Japan
has had a different edition of the SNES Mini than what the West had.
Yeah.
Same idea with the NES.
So
we're going to kind of work on
guessing that GoldenEye makes its triumphant.
I mean, we can say it, but I bet not. And this, for the same reason that didn't we have to kind of discount licensed shit in the past than we've done this?
I can't remember what we've done, but that's right. We'll roll with it anyway. And if it gets culled for that sort of reason, then fine. At least we've given it its moment in the sun.
It'd be fucking great if they did. F-Zero X. I know I'm skipping some very obvious ones, but
yeah, I'm going to throw Super Smash Brothers down.
Yeah,
just completely
forgot about that.
No, I thought that before, but I'm like, no, I want to make sure F-Zero X makes this list.
Yeah, but before we start going, oh.
Hey, that's one of the best versions of F-Zero that's out there.
Oh, for sure. I mean, a few of these games that we've spoken about, it's almost nothing more needs to be said.
Yeah,
sort of thing so far. Damo, you're up again though, right? So we've got 7 games so far.
I don't know if it'll make it, but I'm sure there's a chance of Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Oh, come on, son. Of course that's on there.
Well, will it? I mean, they have to play nice with Microsoft.
Which they're already doing.
Yeah.
I mean, Minecraft.
True.
Bedrock Edition.
And like we spoke about, or like we have discussed previously, Banjo into Smash Brothers. Like, there's already talks.
So,
But
look,
not to mention, Donkey Kong Country is still technically a Rareware game, isn't it?
yeah. No, it's because Nintendo owns Donkey Kong. So it doesn't matter that it was developed by Rare.
Okay, fair enough.
It's like how...
well, I'll follow on with that with Banjo-Kazooie.
Yeah, damn it.
It's not a competition, mate. Like,
No, it's just that's the one I had in my head for next.
you could always say Banjo-Tooie.
I'll see whether we... I mean, it's a brilliant game. We'll see whether we end up with both. I mean, we've spoken about both Zeldas, so I guess it's not out of the realms.
Well, there is another Rareware game that...
Yeah, I was going to talk about Perfect Dark.
Okay, that was not the one I was expecting you to go for.
Yeah, that was gonna be
Perfect Dark's a good choice.
one of my next choices. There was 3, but you knocked out one.
I figure I know what you thought I was going with, and I did strongly
There's
think about
two.
it. Yeah.
There's 2, but we've already got Mario Kart for one of them.
Yeah. Anyway, Damo.
Yeah, so because
that'll be
I was about to say. I'm actually just gonna say Turok.
Oh, yeah, right.
Oh, yeah?
That was a big release for the West.
It was. In that sort of same conversation with GoldenEye and Perfect Dark is kind of proof that first-person shooters could work on a console.
Yeah.
So, what have you got for us next? We're motoring through this thing.
Donkey Kong 64.
That's the one I thought that I figured you had in mind.
It was actually, yeah.
I'm just going to put rap only.
Yeah, that's it. The rest of the game is shit. They just have the. It's like, oh, you're unable to play this game unless you listen to this 1,000 times.
That's fine by me. I'll do it.
And you'll unlock it straight away. It's just like,
I'll do it.
I'll do it. I love that rap. All right, now I'll throw Banjo-Tooie out there.
the most hated.
What about Diddy Kong Racing?
DK crew.
I don't know. Do we want to? We'll see. We'll see.
Well,
I mean, we'll see how
sorry.
the conversation ends at the end.
Yeah.
I thought that was... I thought you were going to say that.
Oh, okay.
So what did you just say?
I said Banjo-Tooie.
Oh, Banjo-Tooie. I'm gonna say Doom 64.
Really?
Yep.
I mean, I loved it as a kid. I don't know whether I necessarily would now. But
No, but probably not. But
Wasn't
I
it like-
just think
It's not like the
there's
worst
the
version
chance. There's a chance that makes it.
Okay.
So how many have we got so far?
15. 14. Don't. We're gonna.
So are we going to 30? So we all put in 10 each?
We're working with 20 to 25.
Yeah, no, but are we going to say 30?
Oh, yeah, we might go 30 and then we'll whittle it down.
Okay, because I'm going to run out
To
of
whatever
games.
is the appropriate number. at the end.
Jet Force Gemini.
I'm just going to put it down there because there's no way we could argue you out of it.
No,
regardless.
I'll punch your fucking heads in if you try.
There's one that I've got in mind, but I know you'll deal with it a little bit later on. One that I'll vouch for as one of the best 64 games full stop is Paper Mario.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, man.
You'll hear no
I had
arguments
that on
from
my Wii. You told me to buy it for my Wii.
It's fucking good. It's really fucking good.
The Virtual Console.
Yeah.
Did we add
We're
Diddy Kong
starting to
Racing?
enter... Well, no, we hadn't.
No, we still got
I'll-
plenty.
I'll throw in Diddy
I'm
Kong.
looking at a list here of Nintendo 64
So I
games.
wasn't going to get it rough ones. I'm starting. We're like almost to the point where we're starting to look at what do some of the third parties do. Like we've already spoken about Turok and we've spoken about Doom and
I don't know. We still haven't said Mario Party yet.
yeah.
As much as I don't like
Well,
those
no, but
games,
it does belong on that system though. It defined what the 64 was in some ways. Who
Most
we up to?
accessible 4-player.
You just did Diddy Kong.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
you're
just
up.
did Diddy Kong.
Pokemon Snap
Yeah.
Oh,
That was my next one.
I was going to say...
Stadium.
Yeah.
Oh,
Either.
Paul, you can chuck that one if we
I'll
want.
go there, but
You're-
I'll talk about Stadium 2 specifically because I think that was better.
Yeah,
It's just more. It took what the original did and blew it up, and you were able to bring in your stuff from red and blue as well as gold and silver, and yellow, I guess, and crystal. Gold, silver, crystal was it?
I never got
The one that had Rayquaza. No, not Rayquaza.
Rayquaza's
that's Gen 3.
Emerald.
Um,
Suicune.
yeah, that's the one.
Suicune.
Yeah, I'm going to say Pokemon Stadium 2 just because it was kind of bigger, better,
Yeah.
it blew up everything that the original had done. Damo, you're back. Up to the plate.
So this is where my Nintendo knowledge starts to wane.
Oh, bruz.
Um,
I'm seeing some like delicious business on this list.
It's an iconic film franchise
You already said
had
GoldenEye.
a-
Fuck off.
that had a racing game.
Episode 1 Racer.
Yeah.
Oh, pod racing.
Yeah.
Now I don't know if that's where you want to go, but that's certainly one
Yeah,
I feel like
that
I need
was
to throw
that
in.
was huge for people.
Yeah, it was amazing.
I fucking love that game.
Loved it.
Did you? I didn't know you had a copy of that.
Yeah, I had a copy of it.
I'm gonna do
But
the same.
I don't know
I'm
if
gonna
that's one that either of you want to
I got that in a
Yeah,
twin
no,
pack.
I would chuck
you
on
want-
pod racing.
I got that in a twin pack of games, that and Banjo-Kazooie for like...
That was the best thing to come
For
out
like-
of episode 1.
Agreed. Though there was a Rogue Squadron for the 64, Battle for Naboo. I don't know if it ever came out.
Yeah, 1998.
Battle for Naboo?
I don't know which one it was, but I'm looking at it on the list.
Although, because I always used to like the Naboo fighters, you know, the fucking yellow ones with
Yeah, I'm with you.
the big long tail, and I remember
It
seeing...
wasn't called Pod Racer, it was just Racer.
Yeah.
Now we're already at 20 there, so we're just going to keep rolling and then we'll...
Yeah, well, I told you that
I'll kill off
this is...
this if needed thing.
I told you that this is going to be a much bigger list than you think. Because we've not even said... Is it my turn?
It is your turn.
Wave Race 64.
Yes, that's staying on the list. God damn, I love that game.
We'll have to see how this conversation goes at the end, because I'm not... I don't mind it. But
Yeah,
it's-
but you need to look up the, like...
No, I know,
fucking
I know
fervour for that game.
I know the love of it. I was going to throw out 1080.
Yep.
1080 snowboarding.
Sure.
How about a CU 1080 and I raise you snowboard kids?
I don't even know snowboard kids.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe this won't fly.
Yeah.
Wrong audience. But for all you out there, snowboard kids, you know, you guys.
Anyway, you're back up to the plate again, right?
I don't remember what the Star Wars game is called that came out with the
Rogue
Nintendo.
Squadron. Rogue Squadron.
Yeah, there's
Is it?
Rogue Squadron.
It's the one where you're flying around and shit.
Yeah, does anyone remember the commercial for that? Where the guy like
No.
gets a rope and then he's on a unicycle and he's trying to ride around an elephant. He's just like, and then it like zoom, like it goes into the game, and you know, for the first time ever, you're flying like, I don't know what they call it, like
The X-wing.
A-wing, something.
Oh
like
no,
that.
that's right. There was the snow fighter.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, the fucking,
So
like-
you're definitely talking about Rogue Squadron. You're not talking about Shadows of the Empire or whatever it was. There was
No, but
No.
that game is fucking dope as well.
Yeah, I'm talking
Am I
about
adding that?
Rogue.
May as well.
We'll see what happens when the time comes with that.
I feel like we're missing a very particular story.
Yoshi story. Let's throw it on the list, but
I don't know if it's going to stay, but
that's
look, if we're going to...
that's an okay Yoshi game.
I mean,
Oh, that's the other one. Yep, go.
Oh yeah, I'm up. Whew.
It's not even on this list.
speaking of wars,
Gears of War wasn't a Nintendo 64 game.
no, but
I mean, there's one that you've not spoken about. That I
deep
expect
in the
you to.
Lilat system.
Oh well, yeah. I was leaving that for you to eventually talk about.
Oh, I'll get there. I'll get there.
I'm an unabashed lover of Harvest Moon games,
Harvest Moon
so
64?
I'm going to put Harvest Moon 64 on there. Is it the best Harvest Moon?
No, they probably should have put one on the SNES Mini. I think we had
They should
Harvest.
put one on there, and if they ever do a Game Boy Mini, I doubt it. But like, if they ever do something like that, they should absolutely have Harvest Moon 2, which is the
That would be
best
kind
Harvest
of
Moon
really
game.
cool.
I would prefer a Game Boy Advance Mini, but that's just...
Yeah, no, that's what
Yeah,
it would
'cause you
be,
can just
but
do all
like
of them, yeah. Damo, you're up.
Well, actually, the Game Boy
Pilot
Color...
Wings.
Oh, yeah? Oh,
Yep. I remember playing that. This is just going on memory now. Like, you know, it's like, what did you play as a kid? You played everything that was like,
yeah? Yeah.
you played everything, you know, at a friend's house that was
Light Wars, or for our international viewers, Star Fox.
Star Fox 64.
AKA.
Lilat Wars.
Okay, so I guess I'm back up again.
And is that it? Is that are you the last one, or?
I mean, looks
No,
like,
we're still got
we're
lots
going
to
to have
go.
to balloon past 30. We might, but we're going to have to do
cut it
hard
down.
cuts. I think
Yeah.
that's
Wait, how many are we on?
this is number 28.
Oh, okay. So this is our last round. Like after you. This
Well, in theory, we'll see. We'll see where we kind
No,
of
there's some shit that we're
where
missing.
we kind of end up. We, like Jay said, we haven't got a Mario Party. Mario Party 2 is the best Mario Party there is.
We also don't have a Mario Golf.
Yeah. I wouldn't say that's a great loss at that particular time.
What about
I'll go Kirby 64.
Crystal Shards?
Crystal Shards, I thought.
Oh, I thought it was just math, but whatever.
Yeah. The 90s were fucking weird, man.
This is game number 30, Jay.
So this is the...
We're not done, but this is game number 30.
Well, just to make sure it gets in the top 30, this is the international one that I was mentioning before. Sin and Punishment.
Oh, yeah, okay. That was then released on the
Wii.
On the Wii.
The Wii's virtual console.
I thought it was signed Cousin 10. I'm sorry, I'm now out of games, so I'm just going to make terrible puns.
Superman 64.
I was going to say that.
What they should do is put that on there just for a bit of a laugh. And I've got an ad playing on my computer.
That's right.
They should do that just for a laugh.
They should not do that.
But
defeat Darkseid by flying through these rings.
I have to say, I'm looking at the site that has Super Mario 64 listed, and I'm seeing Peach with Cappy on her head from Odyssey. So clearly, this site is
Up with the
no
times.
business being here. But I am, to be honest, the well's starting to run dry for me. That pretty much exhausts most of what I played through that period.
I want to put a vote out for Mystical Ninja.
Oh yeah, well, I think that'll be one of those ones where like there's a few that we kind of put our stake in the ground and say this has to be there. I think that's probably
Mystical Ninja 1 and or 2.
But I did enjoy Mystical Ninja, whichever, starring Goemon.
That was the first one, yeah. Then the second one in the US was
Which
known
is like
as...
a 2D sort of thing.
Yeah, I love that game. Goemon's Great Adventure is what it's known as, but it's Mystical Ninja starring Goemon 2.
I'll let you kind of have it because I'm basically the wall. Seems like
Mortal
Damo
Kombat
is too.
Trilogy?
Oh,
No? Alright.
that wasn't. We'll throw it in there for consideration just in case.
How about
Just in
Mischief
the end.
Makers?
Didn't mind that.
Mischief Makers is a pretty popular game.
33. Any others you're gonna throw out there?
I mean, you could say
Viewers, please, if there's anything we've forgotten, angrily rant in the comments
Mega Man
section below.
64.
Was that actually any good?
That's also known as Mega Man Legends.
Oh, okay.
So yes. I've never personally played it, but there's a huge...
That might be one of the ones that misses just based on the fact that none of us can speak to it. But
Killer Instinct Gold.
oh, yeah, I did spend a fair bit of time with that.
Iggy's Wrecking Balls.
Oh, that's not a good game.
It's a fucking really great game.
It's
It's a great game. I love that game. I still love that game.
I'm shattered. I can't actually add this, but
Glover.
you just can't. But NHL '99, it was by far my favorite sports game of all time. Especially if you got a goal, you could just press like. Well, I had it on the PlayStation, but it came out on Nintendo as well. You could just press like triangle, and it like it'd either do an air horn or like fireworks, and I had a lot of fun with that.
Hang on. Did we put Donkey Kong 64 on this list?
Yes.
Okay.
Just for the DK rap.
Yeah, we said wrap.
That's right. We did too.
That game is perfectly fine. It's just
I'd like to.
too much of a good thing.
I'd like to give a shout out to Extreme G and Extreme G2. They won't make this list because you just don't like it. It's like it's just another fast racing game.
Okay.
But
We're at 36.
I loved those games.
Ridge Racer.
Ridge Racer. Oh wait, wrong platform, wrong console, wrong person speaking.
Clay Fighter 63 in a third.
I did play the Gex games on the 64.
Really, you played them on the 64?
Gex.
Gex 64.
Enter the Gecko I played on.
Gex 64.
You gonna chuck
Yeah, I think that's
sci-fi?
That's a fucking terrible game.
Yeah, I know. No, I'm not saying.
Apparently, Gex 3 came out. Oh fuck! Oh, we're forgetting a huge one.
What?
Blast Core.
Oh, yeah, okay. I messed around with it a little bit.
You never played Blast Core?
No, I said I messed around with it a little
Yeah,
bit.
but like, you never played
No,
it?
not seriously played.
Fucking
it, no.
fun. Did you ever play Blast Core?
I think I remember
Blast
the commercial.
Corps.
Carmageddon 64.
I don't know about that one.
Oh wait,
Well,
sorry, that's a cancelled game.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm just looking at this. and it's-
While we're at it, we'll put StarCraft 64 in there then.
Yeah.
Well, StarCraft Ghost.
Get out. Seriously, Paul has now been fired from player2.net.au/douche. Douche. Cock.
What just happened?
Oh, God, dude, sheer rage.
Apparently I got fired by someone who's not employed by Player 2.
I just
Don't
can't.
watch this and don't. Don't fight me.
I can't handle it. You just don't tease that.
Any of the Resident Evils, because they came along at that time.
No.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 2 gets spoken about quite a bit.
Yeah, but not for the 64,
No.
mate.
Okay, that's all right.
So,
I thought I better double check.
Wrong platform.
No.
But that's why I'm saying I think Doom probably gets cut. I'm not trying to like shit on.
And there's Rayman 2 that came out at that time.
I mean, there's Earthworm Jim 3D, but it's also not a very good game.
Oh, but Rayman 2 is.
Oh, it's a phenomenal game.
I think I'd pop it in the as probably not making the final cut, but as an honorable mention sort of thing. But maybe it belongs in there because
Excitebike 64.
I don't know.
we might have an overabundance of one type of game, and we need something a bit different. I don't know.
You got Random Legends. That's the biggest problem.
I mean, it's meant to be really good. Hell,
Excitebike
I'm looking at an
64.
IGN list right now that has it's the 5th best game on the platform.
Well, chuck it on the list. I can't speak.
Excitebike
If we can't speak to it, we can't really put it on, can we?
Yeah,
I don't know. I mean, if we need to we need to target different audiences. If it's a game that's well respected, well loved, and
It's a racing game. We've already got Mario Kart, Diddy Kong Racing, F-Zero.
nope, not on the list. As in done.
Yeah, like,
We just killed off Excitebike.
yeah,
Those poor cyclists with their overheating motorcycles.
I mean, look, if the three of us can't speak to
Seem
it,
to be at a
I think we're done.
pretty good.
I think it's time to
Hang
trim the fat.
so we're gonna have. Did we put the Mario Party on the list?
Yeah, there's Mario Party 2 on there.
What about?
But I'm sure.
Are we gonna go with any of
probably
the?
put Mario Party 1 just because they'll say this is where it began.
Are we gonna
And then
chuck
they'll
on
get you
Mario
ruin
Golf
your
or Mario
controls.
Tennis? Mario Golf, Mario Tennis. Anybody?
We only have one sports game really, and that's 1080 snowboarding.
Did
So,
Mischief Makers make the list?
Yep.
Okay. I know I've said some of these, but I'm
I'll
not sure.
throw Mario Tennis and Golf in there. Actually, no, we'll put tennis because I'm a little bit against the Mario Golf one from that.
Did we have
from
any-
that era? But tennis was pretty good.
Why? What's wrong with Mario Golf?
That one wasn't spectacular. That's all. We've seen some really good ones in the years since. In fact, Mario Golf games are awesome.
Camelot's been making them well for a long time.
They've been doing a good job, but that one just doesn't. I don't know. I think it was kind of their first messing around with it too, and it just didn't quite hit the same mark they did with tennis, and then they've done with golf since.
Was Pokemon Puzzle League any good?
No,
Okay.
not my eye anyway. I don't know. We don't really have a puzzle game in there, but
I would really like to say Rakuga
Mario
Kids.
64.
hey,
Rakuga Kids by
I
Konami.
remember the name.
It's a 2D fighter. It's a fighting game. We don't have any of those. I understand if you guys can't speak to it and it gets cut,
I mean,
but
we've got Smash, but it's
I would like to put it on the list. Yeah, but this is
I know you're
a
fighting,
6-button
game,
fighter. Yeah, like this is a real fucking
all right. We're at 40 games. Let's start to whittle this thing down.
San
Whittle it
Francisco
down.
Rush 2049.
Fairly safe to assume that Super Mario 64 belongs on the list.
Every time you like something, like the tweet, and then I don't know, quote retweet every time that you watch this video.
Mario Kart 64.
Yes,
I'm pretty sure
Sit on
that's
the
a fucking tough one to
staple.
cut.
Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask.
on both of them.
I think definitely on for Ocarina of Time.
There's no way Ocarina wouldn't be on it.
Yeah, I think we'll have
But
to see
I
how.
also would say there's probably no way that. All right, we'll keep it.
How long did it take them to remake Majora's Mask?
I don't know, it was only a couple of years after Ocarina.
Ocarina came out for the GameCube.
Yeah, but it was bundled in with, like, it was a pack in with Wind Waker.
Yeah, but there wasn't a pack in for
only
Majora's
and
Mask.
only a special edition of it too.
It wasn't a pack in for that, and it
Well, there wasn't another Zelda for him to do.
was.
this
Did
until too
it
late.
come to the Virtual Console?
Yeah.
Okay. Hey, look, I'm just trying to play devil's
GoldenEye-
advocate here.
GoldenEye?
GoldenEye, I think, stays, even though it will never happen due to licensing.
Strange things have happened. Didn't they release
F-Zero
for
X,
the Wii?
I think, is one Jay gets to put his little thing in the ground here.
I mean, can you guys not speak to F-Zero X?
Never played it.
You guys never played it?
You got me playing GX on the GameCube at your place, but that was
I'm
it.
pretty sure we played F-Zero X, but
Smash belongs.
No, it doesn't. Oh.
yeah, for sure it does.
Imagine Nintendo.
Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Conker's Bad Fur Day stays.
We're at 7 at the moment, by the way.
Oh, 7, Jesus.
Banjo-Kazooie.
That hangs here.
Yep.
Perfect Dark.
Yep. I'll give it.
I think you either have GoldenEye or Perfect Dark. I don't think you have both.
Well, then I think you probably get GoldenEye.
I think
If you had to choose.
in a real world, you get Perfect Dark, in the fantasy world that we are at the moment, you get GoldenEye.
And we get GoldenEye. Yes.
GoldenEye.
Is that fair? Do you think that's fair?
Yeah.
I mean, they effectively would have used the same
Yeah.
engine, just
I mean, if
better.
Nintendo was, you would hope that Nintendo's a little aware of what's going on in the world and that knows that you can pick up GoldenEye in the Rare Replay collection. Sorry,
no, you
not
cannot.
GoldenEye, I mean, Perfect Dark, I should say, in the
Yeah.
Rare Replay collection. So GoldenEye, they might, whatever their budget is. Hey, we need to go out and get some games from other people. That GoldenEye is one that they throw a bit of money at.
Probably, yeah, that's true. At the end, like,
And not so much Perfect
that's
Dark,
actually-
because we've got other ways to play.
I guess that's the question. Like, how much, considering that Rare Replay is a product that you can go out and purchase now, how likely is it that we get a whole bunch of Rareware games on this platform?
Yeah. Oh, not incredibly likely in some parts for that reason. But we'll see how we go. I think some of them are kind of staples of it, and I think Nintendo would almost have to just suck it up and do it.
It's a matter of whether Microsoft allows them to do it more.
Yeah, I think they might.
I hope so.
Maybe they take a little cut to make sure that anyone who might have possibly bought Rare Replay and misses out on these games, well, then they get it because we took a little slice out of your N64 Mini pie. Turok?
Pie. Turok stays.
I see. I never played the Turok.
Turok
game,
or
so
Turok 2?
Oh,
Because I...
or 3 Seeds of Evil.
2 is Seeds of Evil.
Or what's the third one? Something
A
of Darkness?
shitty game that came out on the 360 and PS3.
Now,
No,
have
Turok
they
3 was
done?
on the
Have they
64.
done a 2? Have they done a 2 before they've done
I'm
a?
thinking Turok was.
Shadows of Oblivion.
And it came out on...
In 64, there was a third. Oh, nice. Not particularly well reviewed.
Have
Fair
they done
Turok 2 is probably the one to go.
in the SNES and the SNES Mini? In the
Cerebral
SNES and the SNES Mini,
Have they done
have they
sequels?
done a sequel
Yes.
without doing the?
Well, they did
first
Final
one?
Fantasy... Was it
Oh, sorry.
6?
I missed the conversation. Cause
Which Final Fantasy got onto the SNES Mini? Was it
Yeah,
6?
6.
So they skipped over 4?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's understandable. Are you gonna go for
Oh,
the
yeah.
others?
Turok 2 sitting on an 89%.
Super well.
Turok 2, I should say.
I would say 2.
Alright, that works for me because I'm.
I don't think anyone's.
I'm in the 2.
I don't think anyone's going to play these things and going, man, I wonder what the storyline's like.
Look, they're both.
And not to
reviewed pretty
mention,
well back in
we've
the day.
also got Pokemon Stadium 2 on here rather than 1, so
Yeah.
So there's room for that sort of thing.
we have
And Mario
precedent.
Party 2 instead of
Yeah, we have
Yeah.
precedent.
Donkey Kong 64. It's on.
Yep. Unless there's issues with having to make a Nintendo 64 Mini with an
Banjo
expansion.
Tooie. Given that we've got Kazooie.
I
I'd put it on the maybe at the moment.
I'd put it on the same ballpark as Majora's Mask.
Doom 64.
No. And look, I know
Do you
that
think
Doom. I think that Doom is coming out on the Switch was amazing and everything like that. I don't like. That's the only reason that was my thought process going in. And then it's like, man, you've got what 30 games. You're really gonna go
Do you
back
think Doom
and get,
64 is as good as GoldenEye or Perfect Dark?
I don't know. I think they're all different ballparks. I don't know. I never really.
There might be
played a
some of these that we
multiplayer.
might squeeze in because we may end up going through and locking in a whole bunch and then realising
Yeah.
we've only gotten about 18 or something like that. So we'll see how
Chuck
those
it on
sort
your
of things go.
maybe. But
Jet Force Gemini,
I will
Yes.
fight tooth and nail for that.
we have
Paper Mario.
Definitely.
Yes.
Paper Mario for sure.
Oh, Paul, you got me ordered, you bastard.
Diddy Kong Racing.
I'm gonna.
I'll say yes, straight out. I just think that Diddy Kong Racing
Did
was
enough
the...
different.
Yeah. You had planes, hovercrafts and stuff like that.
We got 3 racing games.
It's a
on this.
fucking good game though.
Actually, we could have 4 when we get to when we get to.
Oh yeah, shit. It was
But we'll see how it
the
goes.
era for that though, wasn't
Yeah.
it? I guess like
Pokemon Snap.
there's significantly less JRPGs here compared to the SNES Mini because it was just the era of racing
They
games.
do
Yeah.
snap on the N64 Mini. They relive all the beauty, and then they go,
yeah.
and it's on the Switch.
Nintendo goes, we've finally given you Pokemon Snap.
If I would have Pokemon Snap over Pokemon Stadium to be completely
So would
honest
I.
with you.
So would I. So do we maybe leave Stadium for because there's one thing you can't get with Stadium 2 when you put it on there is you can't get the I'm playing Pokemon Red and Blue or
Oh yeah, you can't get your own Pokemon.
so maybe it falls over and they don't have it on there.
Oh yeah, that's true. Eh?
Let's kill Pokemon Stadium.
Jeez, you were quick to murder that.
It's an
Fucking-
idea.
do
It's an
never make-
idea out there that has just died.
Yeah, never make
Paul
him
has
a governor
murdered.
because no one will ever get off their death sentence. So yeah, fuck it, psst, dead, game over.
Star Wars Episode 1 Racer.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Fuck, that game was good.
Wave Race 64.
That game was
Jesus, another racing.
Wave Race 64. I'm gonna vouch for as well.
Yeah, look, that was a huge.
1080
that game's-
snowboarding. It's our only sports game. To this point, I guess.
Yeah, but did you have soccer games and stuff?
Yeah,
on
sorry,
the
to this
early
point, we do
consoles?
have Mario Tennis still to come.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
Was
1080
there
goes
technically
on the
now?
maybe because I mean that was almost cross-platform.
Star Wars Rogue Squadron.
No, 1080 was straight up Nintendo.
Was it?
Yeah.
Rogue Squadron.
Rogue Squadron was pretty dope.
I think we'd be hard pushed to not put Rogue
You
Squadron
could
on.
fly around as a Cadillac in that game.
Who knows? We may end up with 30 here, and that's totally okay. Because then maybe we have to sit back and go, maybe Nintendo should do 30 for this one.
Look, man. I
Yoshi's
don't.
Story.
I'm happy to cut that.
Yeah, I'm personally happy to cut it.
I mean, it's.
I never played it.
Harvest Moon 64.
Pardon?
Harvest Moon 64. I suppose I'm really the only one vouching for this, aren't I? And even then, I'm not.
Yeah.
It's not the best Harvest Moon game in the world, so I might leave that.
Did they add Harvest Moon to the SNES Mini?
No. It didn't even make the cut on that, which is,
Oh, I guess.
which is crazy.
I
The
guess
one on the
they've got it
SNES
on
is
the
fucking really good.
DS now.
Hey,
They haven't made a Harvest Moon in a while, have they?
there's one coming out next couple months, but it's
For the Switch or for...
Switch and PS4.
No shit.
Pilot Wings.
I would put that on a maybe. It's a really fun and a really good game.
was
but
a
it's
launch title.
kind of got.
Something that shifted units.
I can't really speak to it.
but-
It's not one that.
God, it doesn't
I've never played it, so
Not that much. It's fun. It's a lot of
So
fun.
if Damo's the only one and he's saying maybe, we'll leave it in the maybe for now.
fair enough.
Light Wars needs to be in there. There's
Yeah.
no way we can argue against you for that one, and that's fine because
it's the best Star Fox game
I don't
ever
have any
made.
reason to argue.
It is the best. Like, we had a games club on that game. It was a fucking dope game. Like,
Yeah, Mario Party 2 needs to be on there just because it's.
yeah.
Can we go Mario Party 3?
You reckon 3? All right.
Well, which one was 3? Was the 2 was the movie one, wasn't it?
Yeah, kind of.
I'm only going via most downloads. People seem to download 3 more than they do 2, so.
That's
On that completely legal site. Disclaimer.
I've checked 2 lists so far. They've said Mario Party 3 was the best one.
Okay.
Let's go with Mario Party.
The true answer is that none of them are the best and nobody wins.
Kirby, the Crystal Shards.
Meth
Maybe.
is a thing that would ruin anything. No, go for it.
Sin and Punishment.
It's a kind of a.
I reckon Sin and Punishment gets in the Star Fox 2 sort of fashion.
So do I.
Like it's that bonus one. You get 20.
I mean, they've
21st here.
they've done the work on that game. They did the work to put it on the Wii Virtual Console. I see no reason why. And look, you know what? It might make it onto the Japanese one and not the.
Keep going. Sorry.
It might make it onto, say, the Japanese one and not ours. But it's a fucking crazy game.
We're at 21, and we've still got 10 games to go through. So,
How many of those games are barn burners, though?
Mystical Ninja starring Goemon.
Oh, I'd like it. I'd really like it.
I have no idea what it is.
It's a.
It's a pretty
It's like a Zelda type game, but it's set in like a weird version of the
climb Mount Fuji.
Edo period.
Is it snowing on top of Mount Fuji?
Yes.
Yeah, it is.
So Damo's just said yes.
It's a fucking weird game, dude. Like it's very Japanese. It's very good.
Oh, I don't know if Nintendo will put it on there, but we can.
Oh yeah.
We can. We're at 22. Mortal Kombat. I say no,
Okay, I'm okay with that.
just because the trilogy wasn't. It was alright.
It was Mortal Kombat 1, 2,
That was my
and 3.
introduction to Mortal Kombat.
I know. I played it at your place. I remember.
And
then I bought it
solid
way
bit of fun,
later.
but when you look at the competition it's got.
Yeah, it's
pretty tight.
no Smash Brothers.
Mischief Makers, again, I'd probably argue in the same fashion that it was a good game, but might struggle to hold up against the
It's
22.
fucking hard. It's a really
Yeah.
fucking hard game. But it's an interesting game.
Mega Man Legends.
You could probably put that on a PS1 list.
I don't know.
Accidentally locked my computer.
Oh.
I don't know.
I've-
I think you've got all that Mega Man stuff coming out. Like,
Yeah, we've got Mega Man coming
Yeah,
out.
but they're
Virtual
X collections. This is Legends.
yeah,
This was like a different thing. This is the one. This is like Mega Man Volna.
yeah,
You know, the one where he's
yeah,
got no helmet and shit.
yeah. I'm just like thinking like, if you're pushing these things, like you're pushing things that everyone's like, it's gonna obviously just having Legend of Zelda and Super Mario 64 is gonna push it straight away off the shelf.
Yeah.
But how much pushing?
here's one to address the fighting game thing. Killer Instinct Gold. I'd say yes.
Oh man!
And we
not
now
bad.
we now have a fighter there that's not your Smash Brawl.
I don't know if that makes the rareware cut above shit like Banjo and that. Like, I feel.
Well, it didn't make it above. We got
no,
Banjo.
but I feel like that's now starting to push it.
Okay.
It's now starting to be
Let's
like we have a live version of Killer Instinct on our servers that we're still updating.
Yeah. Iggy's Wrecking Balls?
Probably not.
No.
It's a game I put on there. It's a game I played when I was young.
Blast Core?
Blast Core, I think, is not like I'm probably going to say it's on the maybe pile, but
I remember seeing the commercial.
Rayman 2?
I'm gonna
Probably not.
no love for that.
It's good, but not quite. Mario Tennis and Rakuga Kids are the last two there.
I would love to have Rakuga Kids on, but I don't think you guys will.
I'm just not familiar with it.
I'll go Mario Tennis.
No, now's no time for video. I'll take a look at it.
No, I will show you a video. Just look up some screens. But I don't actually think that came out in the US. I think it was Europe and Japan that got it.
Oh, I've seen this before.
Yeah. So it's like almost like a crayon drawn.
Yeah, I'm familiar with it.
It's a good fighter. It's a very, very smooth, tight fighting game.
And Mario Tennis doesn't make the cut either?
Wait, how many?
I
how
never
many
played.
were you on?
What's that? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, I think. Unless I miscounted, we're in that 21, 22. Sorry, 21, 22, 23 ballpark.
I think a Mario sports game should be added. That's when they. That's when
Tennis is
they.
in there.
Well, hang on.
That's
Have
when
we
they
got
added
1080 on there?
No.
Do we want to... Okay, so are we going to go a Mario sports game or 1080? And do you think 1080's lunch is cut by Wave Race? Because Wave Race, like, jet skiing is kind of a sportsy type of game.
We go tennis in favour of 1080 because of Wave Race.
Okay, but do we do tennis in favour of golf?
I'm pretty bullish about tennis in favour of golf.
Okay.
Just because I feel like that's not the best, like, far from the best thing. And of course, same deal applies with Mario Tennis. It's not the best one, but I think it was better than Mario Golf at the same time.
That's fine.
Personally.
Look, I never really played these games. I'm, again, just playing devil's advocate because I know that Camelot made them both. And I know that they've been good for a long time.
Yeah, that's right. We're in a pretty good spot then. So I'll just
How
kind
many
of
do we
revisit.
have total?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12,
Wouldn't it just
13,
be easier
14,
to count the ones that are
15,
black?
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23.
So what you're saying is
We've got
there's...
23 out of the 40 there.
Okay, so what have we got in the maybe pile
So
at the moment?
what's left in our maybe pile is Majora's Mask. So,
I mean, if we've got space, chuck it on.
yeah, it's got to go in there.
I think you chuck it on.
There's no way that'll miss the cut anyway.
Nah.
Perfect Dark, Banjo-Tooie, Doom 64, Pokemon Stadium 2, which I think we're pretty happy to axe for that
Yeah.
reason we spoke about before. 1080, Yoshi's Story, Harvest Moon 64, Pilot Wings, Mortal Kombat 64, Mischief Makers, Mega Man Legends, Killer Instinct Gold, Iggy's Wrecking Balls, Blast Core, Rayman 2, Rakuga Kids.
I would say Blast Core has to go in.
Yeah, I was just going to say that exact same thing.
Yes, I keep going back to that commercial. Like, that was a game that was being pushed even over here.
It was a launch title.
Yeah.
That was one of the launch titles.
Now-
It was that and Pilot Wings,
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Mario was not
day and date, yeah.
I reckon there's room for one more because we were saying 20 or 25. It's clear that we're lining up 25, but we also spoke about Sin and Punishment being that one that's kind of that Star Fox 2 sort of thing.
Oh, so you think that's like the 21st game like they did
yeah,
with it?
so we reckon we've got room for one more, which leaves us with Perfect Dark, Banjo-Tooie. People are probably screaming at us on the other side of the camera here. Perfect Dark, Banjo-Tooie, Doom 64, Pokemon Stadium, 1080, Yoshi's Story, Harvest Moon 64, Pilot Wings, Mortal Kombat, Mischief Makers, Mega Man Legends, Killer Instinct Gold, Iggy's Wrecking Balls, Rayman 2, Rakuga Kids.
I love how you have a bit of a lilt every time you say Iggy's Wrecking Balls. You're like,
just 'cause
can't believe it's on the fucking list.
Yeah, that's it.
I like that game. It's fun.
It was stupid fun. We had a great time with it, but it's not.
You're a little wrecking ball, and you're like chain. You know, like a wrecking ball like hangs from shit. You use your chain to like grapple into platforms, so it's like a platform racer. But you can also use it to grab people and fucking throw them off the map. It's fucking sick, dude. Also, they're basically
Who's given
just
far
they're
too much
basically
time to eat
fucking
Dragon Balls?
they're basically like heads. Like you remember like those little gross heads that you would get from like the 80s and 90s and shit. Like it was a little. Like,
They look pretty cool.
yeah, it was like fucking that. Like it was fucking it was some 90s ass fucking 90s
Where
shit.
everything was pushed to the extremes.
Yeah, it was exactly that.
How good are the
And it was-
90s?
And it was fucking like dance music was like the race music that you would be playing to. And then whoever got to level first fucking succeeded and then destroyed the entire map you just fucking went to. It was sick. Game's sick.
Of those games left, is there any one game that really especially
I have a very important
eager to vouch
question.
for?
So I was talking before about, or in fact we were
Important
talking.
question in the context of what
No,
we're
it,
discussing.
absolutely. No, it is. It is. Because we were talking before about the Ocarina of Time getting the Master Quest shit. So that's like adding additional content that didn't make it into the original release.
Yeah.
If we're talking about maybe having that stuff, does Banjo-Tooie have stop and swap? Because if it has stop and swap, then the answer is Banjo-Tooie. The logical answer is Banjo-Tooie. If we don't have stop and swap, then it doesn't really matter as much.
Banjo-Tooie is awesome.
It fucking is.
We thought without
It is.
stop and swap.
But
I mean, that'd be my personal choice out of what's left. Banjo-Tooie, regardless. And that's going,
It's
that's
a
going
strong-
up against Perfect Dark.
yeah, but again, you've got GoldenEye.
It seems like it's going to be a Rareware game regardless at this point, most likely, based on where we're at. Do you want me to go through those one more time?
Yeah.
For you, the viewer.
I don't know. I think 1080 is not a bad
Perfect
shot.
Dark, Banjo-Tooie, Doom 64, which I think we're pretty happy to scrap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could delete that off. the list.
Pokemon Stadium 2, which we're happy to scrap. 1080, Yoshi's Story, Harvest Moon 64, Pilot Wings, Mortal Kombat, Mischief Makers, Mega Man Legends, Killer Instinct Gold, Iggy's Wrecking Balls, Mega Man, Rakuga Kids, Rayman 2 and Rakuga Kids.
And Custom Robo V2 for the Japanese Nintendo.
For the Japanese one, we'll get it
Yeah.
in the Japanese one.
I would love to see.
Japan, listen to us.
If that happens, I'm probably importing one.
I feel like Pokemon needs to go on there.
Stadium.
Yeah, I know it sounds so really weird.
Do you think Snap is not enough?
But it's no, because
They'd need to like mod the game somehow to give you access
you don't
to
need
these
that though.
But the
Pokemon Stadium
default-
was like playing mini games and stuff like that. Because you had to have the special cartridge to play.
But that came with the game.
Did it?
Yeah, it was packaged in.
Oh, what was it? Wasn't packaged in on one. So even one, the Ekans game, man.
Yeah,
The Magikarp jump.
I feel like a lot
There
of
was some pretty cool fun things.
I feel like a lot of the battling in that game though, which was the real like meat and potatoes of that game. Like the mini games were definitely a big deal. But at the end of the day, it's like there was the battling. You were there for the battling. It was like I want to take that
And
thing
you brought in your Pokemon.
and you
with
brought
it.
but that's the thing, like the default Pokemon it was just like use
Bunch of
fucking
level 50s,
yeah,
that's
use
it.
fucking Gengar and you win. Like it's that simple.
Well, you could have level 100s. You could set it up. You could use
you-
any Pokemon at a level 100.
But only if you brought them in with your game, I'm pretty sure.
No.
You couldn't just pick like any of the 152 or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you eventually. I don't know whether it was just because we hired the copy and someone had unlocked everything, or what the GO was. But I remember being able to go from choosing an Oddish to being able to choose a fucking Articuno. Like,
Because I remember that they had like a default set of Pokemon you could pick from. You would pick your team, but and they had,
I just think that it needs to go. And like you're talking about one of Nintendo's biggest franchises.
He's pretty bullish, and we've probably both of us have had our
Sure,
our thing.
hey, that's fine.
Damo's too.
That's fine.
Damo Stadium 2 is in there.
But
I've
it's,
never played 2, so I don't care. You don't have to chuck one on there. I think if you said 2 was superior.
well, 2
it's
is,
like,
2 is
does
better.
that beat out Banjo-Tooie though?
Not in my eyes, but we've got to.
But I mean, you're
It's
talking about a
Damo's
rare
to-
game versus an actual Nintendo game. Like I'm looking at it from a realism.
A realism perspective, that flies in the face of everything we've done up to at this point.
Right, I know that's what I went
Fucking
for.
GoldenEye's on our list, bruh. Like,
Yeah, but I always just thought GoldenEye was.
So that is our list of 25 done. So for you,
wait,
the
was
viewer,
that 25, 26?
25 with the 26th or 27th.
Sin and Punishment?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
just
our
looking at
games
Pokemon
in
Stadium.
the order that we listed them: Super Mario 64, Mario Kart 64, Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time, Legend of Zelda: Majora's Mask, GoldenEye, F-Zero X, Super Smash Bros., Conker's Bad Fur Day, Banjo-Kazooie, Turok 2, Donkey Kong 64, Jet Force Gemini, Paper Mario, Diddy Kong Racing, Pokemon Snap, Pokemon Stadium 2, Star Wars Episode 1 Racer, Wave Race 64, Star Wars Rogue Squadron, Light Wars, aka Star Fox 64, Mario Party 3, Kirby the Crystal Shards, Sin and Punishment as our 26th game, Mystical Ninja starring Goemon, Blast Corps, and Mario Tennis. Pretty good list.
Thanks for letting me get Goemon on there.
Hey, I didn't mind it. I didn't give it enough time, but I didn't mind it for what it was. And
I really like the sequel as well, but it's a different thing. It's a different beast.
And yeah, Sin and Punishment, I probably wouldn't ordinarily agree, but it does fit the mold of what they did with Star Fox 2. So it's probably a good.
But again, like I said before, they did the work to get it localized well and truly after the fact to put it on the Wii.
After it was actually meant to be done.
And it, like they were selling that, like that wasn't like a limited time deal. That was and
it sold pretty well for that time.
It sold.
I think
it sold well enough to justify a sequel on the Wii. Yeah. Like it's
Alright, that's a solid list.
That's a more solid list than I feel like you thought we were going to come up with. I feel like maybe Mario, maybe Zelda.
Battled a little deeper than I remembered. I mean, admittedly, I think we struggled to get to the 40, whereas I think we would have been able to go for a lot longer with the Super Nintendo.
Oh, I guess, but there were also a lot less horses in the race back then.
Well, the PlayStation really started eating away at the market at that point. But the single Final Fantasy in here.
And don't forget, Sega was still in the race back then.
Yeah.
Like they had the Saturn and the Dreamcast during this period.
Sonic was killing it.
Yeah, but Jet Set Radio and shit like that.
Skies of Arcadia. That's our Nintendo 64 Mini Classic, whatever the hell they call it, 25 game plus one list. If you enjoyed it, cool, thank you.
Because we're about to do the GameCube Mini.
I would actually probably...
It's already fairly mini.
PS1 Mini?
Yeah, I think we almost start branching off into other companies sometime soon.
That's so much harder.
Yeah, PS1 is super hard.
It's easy, just like put no games on it and you just pirate everything. That's how the PS1 sold, isn't it?
That's how you can do it with these minis anyway. People are doing it left, right, and centre.
Yeah. But isn't that how the PS1 sold?
If there's any games that we omitted, tell us how wrong we were in those comments down below.
I don't know, I feel like...
We'll read them. We probably won't agree with them.
I mean, if you're going to give us... If you're going to give us the bullshit of like...
Come at me, bro.
If you're going to give us the bullshit of like, oh, you didn't put Tony Hawk's bad fucking port... Like, any
happy to justify
bad ports, like, I get that it might have been the version that you had, but if there is a better port on a different platform, like Tony Hawk, or even Doom, Resident Evil... StarCraft, obviously, like shit like that.
Can't believe that didn't make the cut.
Yeah. That's the reason it's not on our list. It's not on our list because that's not the true port. That's not the true version.
Oh, here we go.
Do you think you're gonna have to? I was gonna say, do you think you're gonna have to buy the Nintendo N64 Mini expansion pack to play DK64?
No, but I really hope it comes. I really hope it
How
comes
many
with the
controls does this thing come with?
4.
2.
Comes with all 4?
No, it comes with 2, but it has has ports for 4.
Yeah, well, it'd have to for their Mario Karts and Smash and and Mario Parties and those sorts of things.
Unless that's Wi-Fi.
That was what I was thinking.
Unlikely.
Is if they chuck on Wi-Fi, imagine if they just went at the Pokebank.
Not happening.
No.
I know it's not happening. I'm just saying.
Russ.
They're not adding to these games.
At the Pokebank.
Yeah, they're not going to add a paid service to this standalone box.
But please, if there's any that you seriously think we've omitted and we're crazy for not considering, or at least adding to the final list, let us know in the comments below. We'll tell you how wrong you are.
Tell us how much you love Mischief Makers in the comments below. Tell us how good.
Mischief made.
Yeah. Wow.
But otherwise, that's about it. So, if you enjoy this, please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to the channel. All those buttons are down below here. That'll allow you to get access to weekly episodes of Patch, the Video Games Club, The Insider, Player 2 Plays, the Late Game Review, trailers, and a whole bunch more. There's some awesome stuff there, so please go and check it out. For written content, you can find the website at player2.net.au. You'll find reviews, previews, opinion pieces, news, features, the Player 2 Writers Draft, some God of War related stuff, because we've had that up recently. Go check that out. There's some cool stuff contributed by some of the best talent in Australia.
When's your mum's birthday, Paul?
And me, today. The day of recording. It's overseas.
I was about to say, he can recite that, no stress.
Today.
Can he remember his mum's birthday?
It's today, the day of recording.
Shit.
I better message her.
Merry Christmas.
Shout outs.
Twitter, Paul James P2.
Come at me, bro, at
Carco's Talks.
Carco's Talks.
Jay doesn't do Twitter. Patreon, find us at patreon.com/player2au. Consider kicking in a few dollars. Help the Player 2 dream continue to grow. You'll get some perks like early access to videos, exclusive episodes of a variety of different shows.
Tweaked nipples.
And
If they raise $1 million,
Maybe.
Paul's going to get a tattoo on his butt. $1 million. Think about it.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've found his price.
And the top tier allows you to join us in the monthly Player 2 podcast. So please
And
consider
design
some
Paul's tat.
awesome
Yeah.
things. The top tier is now $1 million a month. But otherwise, that's it. Thank
They
you very
need
much.
to pay it for one, mate.
Still a lot of money for one person.
Paul's is going to come out completely.
Just sleeves.
But otherwise, that is it. So thank you very much for watching. I'll start planning that tattoo, and I'll see you later.
Feel free to send us your pre-orders for the 64 Mini.
It's a Triforce, but like done like bad, like
Just like
douchebag, like 4chan style, like when someone couldn't Triforce, so it's the two there and then the triangle to the.
or how about this?